The Interstate 70 killer case. In the summer of 1992, police across the Midwest were hunting a killer they couldn't identify. No fingerprints, no witnesses, no clear motive, only a trail of bodies left near Interstate 70. The victims had one thing in common. They all worked alone in small stores late at night, and each of them was shot execution style with the same rare .22 caliber firearm. The murders began in Indiana. A young woman named Patricia worked the evening shift at a small shoe store in Indianapolis. Customers found her dead behind the counter just before closing time. Nothing was stolen. Cash still sat untouched in the register. At first, detectives thought it was a robbery gone wrong, until it happened again. Weeks later, another store clerk was murdered in Kansas. Same weapon, same method, same terrifying lack of evidence. Then another body appeared in Texas, then Missouri. The media called him the Interstate 70 killer, and according to investigators, the killer may have traveled thousands of miles just to hunt random victims. What made the case horrifying was how ordinary everything looked before each murder. Witnesses described a quiet white man in his 30s, average height, thin build, brown hair, nothing memorable. One witness even spoke to him minutes before a killing. She said he acted completely calm, soft-spoken, polite, like a normal customer. Then he disappeared forever. Police became convinced the killer chose victims randomly based on opportunity. That terrified the public, because it meant anyone working alone could be next. Store owners started closing early. Employees refused night shifts. Some people even carried weapons behind counters. But the murders continued. One detail disturbed investigators more than anything else. Several victims were positioned almost carefully after death, as if the killer wanted them discovered a certain way. And near one crime scene, witnesses reported seeing a strange man calmly walking across a parking lot immediately after gunshots rang out, not running, walking, like nothing had happened. Then came the strangest part of the case. In 2001, nearly a decade later, police in St. Louis connected another murder to the Interstate 70 killer. A store clerk named Janet was shot in almost the exact same way. Same type of store, same weapon caliber, same execution-style attack. Investigators believed the killer had returned after years of silence. But why? Some detectives think he enjoyed the fear more than the murders themselves. Others believe he may have been traveling constantly across America, killing whenever the urge returned. The scariest theory came from retired FBI profiler Robert Ressler. He believed the killer likely blended perfectly into society, possibly married, possibly with children, a man who looked completely normal during the day, but hunted strangers at night. To this day, the Interstate 70 killer has never been identified. No arrests, no confirmed suspect, and somewhere out there, the man responsible may still be alive. What makes the story even darker is that police believe several murders connected to the killer were never officially linked, meaning the real victim count could be much higher than anyone knows. And if you've ever worked alone late at night in a small empty store, you've probably imagined it too. The sound of the front door opening, a quiet customer walking in, and the terrifying thought that maybe they were never there to shop at all.